the microphone. So hello guys, welcome to the class number 3. We are going to start right now. We are going to take some time to do a recap very quickly from the last class, because I know that this like trigger class, this technical part class is sometimes is very hard for you guys, and it's very like overwhelming. So I'm going to do a quick recap. I'm not going to take that much time for that, just 10 minutes, just to refresh your mind, to remind you what we did the last class. Then we are going to start with the second part of the wave system. The last class we left almost everything completed to the wave system. Now I'm going to teach you the remaining parts. Then we are going to start designing our waves. I'm going to teach you how I design our waves for this kind of game, okay? So remember, as this is going to be a multiplayer game in which each player is going to try to defeat the other team, we are going to have a limited time, and we also are going to have a sudden death and all these kind of like specific features into the game that allows you to play better or play better with a multiplayer room. Then we have a Minion upgrade system. That means that this is something new that we're going to implement, and is that you can get some upgrades for your minions to make it faster, to make it have a little bit more of life. And over you can get those different upgrades. And then we are going to start with the scripting class. I'm going to teach you a basic script. As I mentioned before, you will be able to create basic system with this. It's not going to be that much deeper, it's just the elemental things, so you are going to be able to understand how a script works, and probably with this you are going to start experimenting. You can do your own work by your own. Now, for this, apart from this, we are going to have a section in which you are going to be able to ask me those questions, like the one that made Kenzie. And also I'm going to teach you how to edit that AI, like improve your AI into your mobs. Now we are going to start with the powerful part about this class, the thing that we left to complete the system. After this you will have a completely playable game. All the things that come after this specific topic are going to be extras that you can add to your map. So guys, in the last class, I always did this mistake. For some reason I have the word in Spanish that is going to be system with the other I, not with the Y. So totally sorry for that guys, okay? But yeah, let's correct that, okay? Let me check the comments once more. I see that Pasta is making fun from Spanish words. Also Kenzie. Hi Dong Pam Hai. I don't know how to pronounce your name once more, because Vietnamese is very hard for me. But welcome, I see that you are saying hello, you are from Vietnam. Welcome to the class. Also I see that is Nur Fridus Saiful Sam. And so welcome, I think I pronounced it right. I think your name is, it's like more like a German or an English like base language, so I will be able to pronounce it. Welcome Pretty City the Saver 2021. Welcome Gabo, welcome to the class. Yes, it's 6 p.m. Yes, in Latin America, like Gabo is saying, it's 6 a.m. in the morning. We are just having like, just the morning, okay? So guys, let me switch, or let's change to mini words right here, just a second. Mini word is right here. And now you will be able to see my screen, okay guys? So as always, we are going to move to the map that we were working on it, and this one. It was this one, okay? So remember guys, for this we are going to finish the tower system that we were making the last class. So what we are going to do, let me show you very quickly here, and let me put your comments here, so I won't miss your comments. I see. So don't Pamhai, I see that your lessons are going to start in 30 minutes. Don't worry, if you have to leave, it's okay. Remember that this class is going to be also submitted as a short video in around 3 days. So you can check the short video, or also you can save the link for this live. You will be able to check later the content of the class, so you are not going to miss anything, okay? So guys, to start process this, to start like working on the web system that we left, you are going to hit once more developer tools on the top, okay? As always, we are going to use that tool. Once you open developer tools, you are going to see this menu. As always, we are going to go to triggers, okay? So when we were in triggers, the last class, we create three different blocks. First, we create the wave start, then we create the wave break, and then we create a wave, the first wave at least trigger. Okay, so we are left only two different two different scripts. First is going to be wave loop, and second is going to be wave loop number 2. Okay, so in the presentation, let me show you how it's going to work. All right, so for this, we already have like the control system. The overview is going to be like this. We have the wave start, once more, that is going to do a loop with a wave break. For those that didn't know what is a loop, it's something that you can repeat over and over in coding, that allows you to, as an example, spawn a mob every 15 seconds, every 20 minutes, or as an example, each time that the player moves, it's going to give a buff or something like that. Okay, something that repeats over and over. That's a loop, and it's very powerful. So our loop is going to take actually a long time, because when the wave starts, we are going to wait until the amount of minions are going to be 0 left for spawn, and then we are going to start the wave break. Wave break is going to give 1 minute of time to the player to wait until the next wave, and then it's going to run again wave start. Okay, but apart from that, wave start is going to have these specific two different scripts. Okay, so wave loop itself is going to be a loop. It's going to execute every 2 seconds, and what it's going to do is to create a move. Okay, that's going to be until the amount of mobs it's going to be 0, the left amount of mobs to spawn. Once we have no more mobs to spawn, what it's going to do is just going to once again execute this wave break, and we are going to have some free time. Okay, also this specific wave loop has 30% chance to execute this one. And what is going to do wave loop 2 is just to summon the other creatures. So remember, in my map, each round you are going to have 2 different creatures that are going to spawn. You can choose more of them, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. As an example, you have then 10% to spawn another creature, and then 1% to spawn another one. From now, we are going to start with simple things, so you will be able to learn and understand better how the system works. Okay, guys? Those are going to be also the variables that we are going to need. As you are checking right now, all the variables are going to be global variables. So with that means that you don't have to worry that much, because as those are going to be global variables, you don't need to actually create like these specific, there are going to be like private variables that sometimes are going to be a little bit harder to access. Okay, doing like a time, guys. Okay, I see that you are talking about your ID. Okay, all right, so I just read your comments, and yeah, let's start with it. Let me switch to Multiverse again, guys, so you will be able to see my screen. Okay, let's switch to this screen. Okay, so how it's going to work the system loop, and I'm going to create it right here. Okay, we are going to create a new trigger. You are going to give it a name to it. You are going to give it the name of wave loop. Okay, why wave loop? If you check, I always follow that process. I first put the topic of the trigger and then what the trigger actually do. So with that, I will be able to understand better and like group the things like in topics. Okay, so first we are going to start with wave loop, guys, and it's very easy. You are going to check that the only thing that you need to add first, as you're checking here, is just to do a timer change. How you are going to do or add that one? So just hit game logic. Game logic is more related with mathematics or things like that. And under you have an option, an event that says timer change. You are going to add that one. Okay. The condition now, it's going to be that the timer, or that the timer time that is going to be the wave loop one is going to be 0. So how you are going to do that? Add a condition, select math, and in math we are going to have a specific one for that. So it's going to be numerical comparison. That's going to compare two numbers. Okay, so remember the timer is a number also. So we are going to check here, and we are going to hit function library, and under we have one that says timer time. Okay, So we need to select the timer, and this is a global variable, you're already going to have it. It's going to be the spawn timer. If you don't have it, just create a variable right here and put the name spawn timer. And the amount of time is going to be 0, okay? So hit 0 here, and with that, we have the first condition. Second condition, guys. The second condition is that there is no more minions remaining to spawn. So for this, for check how many minions remaining to spawn, just hit as. You are going to hit on here again, math and numerical comparison, because the amount of mobs are going to be a number. Select value. In value, you are going to have a variable that we create before, that is game remaining mobs. If you don't have it, just create it. Go ahead and hit create and give it a name. Game remaining mobs needs to be equal to 0, because we don't need more mobs left, okay? With this, we are going to avoid that wait loop. It's going to execute over and over. And very important, guys, last condition, the game status needs to be on, okay? So what does it mean? It means that the game is going to be playable. Remember, for this, in the last class, we create a Boolean value. To find the Boolean values is here in tool, and you are going to find a Boolean condition. So what is a Boolean, guys, in triggers or in scripts? A Boolean value, it's just something and that actually have two only conditions. It's true or it's false. No more conditions for that. So with this, simply we are checking if the game is playing, okay? So how you are going to do that? Select the first value and in variable, select the variable that we create. Remember that game status playing, the initial value for this one, if you need to create it, if you need to add it again, it's on, okay? At the beginning it needs to be on. Other way, your map is not going to work fine. So game status is playing, we are going to say yes, and on options we are going to set true, okay? And then we close this. So with this we have three conditions. Once more, that the spawner time is 0, that there are at least more remaining mobs. So on here I failed, it needs to be equal, it needs to be more, okay? So let's put greater than, that means that we need more moves than 0 to be able to spawn it. Let me do a double check. Yes, it's with this one. And game status needs to be playable. Yes, we have the three conditions, guys. If those three conditions meet, we can start our team, okay? Or we can start like the loop, okay? So first thing we are going to do, we are going to reduce the amount of mobs left because we are already using one. For this, go to assign here. In assign, you are going to select value setup. And once you are in value setup, you are going to select the next thing, function library. Okay, no, it's okay. Yeah. Let me check here. No, sorry, I'm doing it wrong. You are going to select variable, and in variable you are going to select game and remaining mobs. And when we set as on there, you are going to select mathematical comparison, numerical comparison, and on there you are going to select once again the variable that is going to be game remaining mobs. This time we are going to subtract. Subtract means reduce 1. That means that we left one mob less to spawn, okay? Now, we have that already. Now, what we are going to do is to create like literally the mobs, okay? So that's very easy, guys. First, you are going to select creature and create a creature. So guys, remember in this map we have two teams, the red team and the blue team. So you have to repeat this for each team. What you're going to select is create one, because we just want one mob every 2 seconds. The creature type is going to be the next one. In variable library, you're going to select game next mob. Game next mob, what it's going to do is to actually spawn the next mob, okay? The event position is going to be the area that we create for the red team. So remember that we have an area for the red team, we need to choose that location. And this is going to be red score point, okay? Sorry. Let me search for it here. Okay, so let me check very quickly here. Okay, I almost closed MiniWords instead of closing this. But yeah, guys, remember that in the spawn here, we create a specific area, okay? So with this, we are not going to create just the area, we also are going to create the point, okay? So how we can convert this area in a point, so you don't need to create another point for this. It's very simple, guys, let me show you. So you are going to select here, function, and you are going to select a center of location of area. In an area, now you can choose the area. So just choose first the red spawn, because first we are going to select in the red, and also it's going to belong to the red team, okay? We're going to copy this and you are going to paste it once more into the system. Why? Because we need to be sure that we are going to have it added in our system. So it's right here, you are going to copy and paste it in the same script, but this time you are going to change like the variables inside. So in area, now you are going to choose the blue spawn, okay? Where the blue team is going to spawn the minions. And on here, you are going to change, of course, the team to the blue team. Alright guys, so as you see, this is going to be very simple. With this, you are already having like the conditions, the late initial conditions. All the things that we are going to do next are just going to be to keep like an extra things to this one, okay? But very important, we left something else before starting this. So first we are going to select a cooldown. That means that we are going to make the loop. How you can make a loop, okay? For make a loop, you only need to make this trigger execute over and over. Guys, let me place your comments here. Okay, so we are going to make this trigger execute over and over and over, okay? So with that, the system is going to just work over and over, and also we are going to set the next wave monster, and after that we are going to execute the number 2, okay, the other trigger, okay? So let me start with it. First we are going to execute again the timer, so select add a new action, then you're going to select action, and then you are going to select run countdown timer, okay? The timer that is going to ask you to select is going to be again spawn timer. Remember that we just create that variable. It's going to be a timer variable. The time we are going to take just 2 seconds, and repeat timer we are going to set as true. Okay. Yes, for those that are asking me, I'm going to teach you also scripts, some basic scripting, so you will be able to learn that part, okay? Duan, I think it's Duan, right? Or just let me know how you want to be called into the comments. Okay, guys? So, yeah, you can use as true or as a false. Let's say false, because sometimes with true it can get some errors, okay? So let's choose false here, okay? Remember, the repeated timer is going to be false. Now, we already have like the basics, but we are going to left the next thing. We are going to add another one. This time we are going to assign a value, and we are going to set up a creature, okay? Very important, guys, creature setup is different to creature type setup, okay? So you need to select creature type. In creature type, select game next mob, and as creature type we are going to select in here, sorry, not here, in the variable library, you are going to select random monster, okay? That means that the next mob that is going to spawn after we complete the loop again is going to be the game round monster, okay? With this, we are making this do an over and over loop to spawn the monster. But now, we are going to create another couple of things, okay? So, it's going to be very boring if you only spawn the same monster over and over. So we are going to give at least 2 different monsters into the system, okay? So how do you do that, okay? Our system is going to have a simple condition, and what we are going to do is just create here another script. This is going to be called wave loop number 2. Okay, so remember, this is going to be first spawn the monster number 2. If you have more monster, you can spawn as much as you want it. The only thing that you need to create the variable that is going to be monster, and you need to add the third monster also in each wave. And the other cool thing that you need to add is this script. So for the event, you don't need to set up an event. For conditions, you are going to check a chance or like a possibility to spawn this, okay? a percentage that will allow you to do that, okay? So what you are going to do, you are going to select numerical condition, you are going to select less than, okay? Less than or equal to, and here we are going to add this specific function. So in math, you are going to select random number, okay? From 1 to 100, that means it is a percentage. Remember, percentage one goes to from 0 to 100. So let's say here 0 better. If the number, the random number that we are going to get is less than the 30%, we are going to execute this, okay? That means that we have 30% of possibilities to spawn this. And as you see, the only thing that we have to do here is to add a system, a sign. And we are going to change here again for creature type setup. And we are going to do the same that we add at the end of the other one. So the next mob is going to be changed for the next mob, or the game round monster number 2. That means that, as you see, we have the same in here, okay? So once we finish with the while loop, we are going to execute, or we are going to have 30% of chances to change that, okay? So once more, if you have or you want to add more like different ways to change that monster, that probably is going to spawn 2 or 3 different monsters. First thing, you are going to do the same part here, but on here you will need to have another variable here that is going to be game run monster number 3 or game run monster number 4. So you can add as much monsters as you want. On here I'm going to add just one, and we are going to complete now the wave loop. So first step, we are going to execute that wave loop. So just hit add here, and we are going to operate a trigger. So select trigger and operate trigger. Once you operate triggers, you are going to select which trigger, which is going to be the last one, the one that we created. That is going to be here in the letters, and it's going to be the wave loop number 2. And very important, here where it says check condition, you need to set up as true, okay? So now it's executing this one. All right, so remember, now it's going to execute this one, and this one is going to have 30% to change the monster that we have to the monster number 2. Once more, if you have more monsters, just copy and paste this, change the name to number 3, and change the variable inside that says run monster to run monster number 3, and then execute it right here. So you add another one that says wait loop number 3. Okay, once you finish to add all the normal monsters, what we are going to do is we are going to complete the full loop, okay? So again, we are going to operate trigger. You are going to select operate trigger back. And once you select operate trigger back, you are going to select triggers, then you are going to select waves, and this time you are going to execute the wave break, okay? Very important, after we process all, we are going to try to check the conditions for wave break. That is going to be the script that or the trigger that provides you the time to take a breath from the different waves, and that needs to be the last trigger, okay? And check conditions, as always, need to be on true. Alright guys, so with this, we already finished the wave system. That means that now your waves are going to spawn, okay? So just to do like a reminder, a quick reminder, wave start is going to have the triggers that I teach you on the last part, but also it's going to have at the end this option that says only other one or operate wave 1, and check if the condition is true. So as an example, if you have a lot of waves here, let me show you again. You add all the different waves after the script, okay? So wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, all the triggers, but we left some specific parts. So we need to set up the next monster, and also the stomp pioneer needs to be on 1, okay? So we left to create that part here. So once you actually create that says like the different waves that you are going to have, you are going to add another one here, and what you are going to do is to assign. Remember, we are working again in the wave start, okay? You are going to select also creature type setup, and what you are going to do here is that in creature type setup, you are going to select again game next mob, and in the kind of mob, you are going to select run monster, okay? Then at the end, after you add all the different waves here with the condition true, what you are going to add is another one that is going to do the next thing, run countdown timer, and the countdown timer is going to be a spawn timer, and the cooldown is going to be 1 second. That means that we are going to start execute also the wave loop, okay? With this, you already are going to have all the system working. Once more, just to do like a quick reminder, remember that your wave, each wave are going to have 3 different things, okay? So, oh, sorry, we add this one, yeah. These 2 different that we add are going to be added here on the part that says wave start. Now, for the wave, again, it's very simple. The only thing that has the wave is first a condition that says game round, that is the count of the round is going to be equal to the number of waves that you have. And the only thing that does the wave is to execute the different conditions. So as an example, reminded mobs is the amount of the mobs that is going to have this wave. Game run monster is going to be the monster, the normal one, and the second one is going to be the special mob that you can have 30% of chances to execute. Once more, if you have more monsters like game round monster 3 or monster 4, you add it here. You have to set up before the wave start. So remember, you can add one of each one until you have completely all your waves. Okay, in my game it's only 14 waves. So now that we have that system working, let me show you how it works once more. So give me a second here. We are going to play mode here. Once more, we have the menu as always, and let's check here. I'm going to put my towers here as always. And let's see how the system works. We have to wait 48 seconds until the wave spawns, so I'm going to take this time to read you, okay? Alright, so as you see, the system is already working here. We have the minions spawning, and we left that part, okay guys? So remember, that was a part that we left from the last class. Now let me switch to the presentation. I think this part now is clear for all of you guys, and that was the part that we left. Okay, with this, you are going to have your system completely working. With this, your map is going to be completely working, okay? That means that with this, we already finished with the normal classes. All the things that I'm going to teach you from now are going to be new things that we can add into your map to give it more features, okay? So, important things, guys. Something that I want to remind you is the TD wave system that I did. So let me explain how it works. You are going to see in time or in real time how it works. So remember to create a table for it, in which actually you can count how your system is going to work. As you see in my screen right now, you're going to see that I placed different amount of waves. Okay, so 3 important or 4 important things that you need to take care about your waves. First is the wave 1, or the amount of mobs. In my case, I only left 50 mobs for each round. But remember that you can change that because we have that system. The only thing that you have to do is in the system change each round the amount of mobs that we are going to have. Now, we have 2 different minions. In my case, of course, you can add more. You have the mob number 1 that is going to have the normal wave or the main mob for this wave, the second mob that is going to have 30% of chances to appear, and finally a buff, okay? So as an example, in my case, as we need to start easy for the players, the first wave is only with weak minions, so the players will be able to actually farm some coins and get some money to build better towers, okay? Second round or second wave is going to have the same main minion, but this time we are going to have a second minion that is the minion level 2. Third wave, we are going to have the same amount of minions, but we are going to start creating, and as you see, we are increasing the level, okay? So in this case, the next minion is going to be the minion level 3, and we are going to start introducing, as the players already know how to do the basics, how to build towers, because we give enough time in the wave 1 and the wave number 2. We're going to start introducing new mobs. So in this case, the wave number 3 is going to have a fast minion. The difference is going to be that this minion is going to have the same life, but it's going to be a little bit faster. And it's not going to have, very important, the same life of the minion level 1, is going to have the same life of the minion level 3, but it's going to be faster, okay? Once more, for the wave number 4, I use the minion level 2 from the last wave as main minion, and I'm going to add a new kind of minion. In this case, it's going to be the tank that is going to have more life, but it's going to be a little bit like slower, okay? And finally, we take the same like pattern, so we take the last level minion and we add a new one, okay? In this specific game, guys, as always, we're going to take some time to time. So, as an example, we need to limit the time because it's going to be a multiplayer game. Let me show you in the screen here. Let me switch to MiniVerse. No, that's going to be the full screen. Hello, guys. No, that one. This one is the screen that I wanted, okay? So, as this is going to be a full multiplayer game, that means that we are going to have 2 different enemy teams. In this case, we have a limited time, so we can make the player lose, okay? For having the limited time, what I create is a system that is going to be called sudden death. Sudden death in any game is like when the time is over and you need to force a team to win or lose, okay? So in this case, the sudden death is very easy to do. What I did is to create a mob that is going to be very powerful. Actually, this mob has a lot of life, has a lot of armor, and also this wave is going to spawn 99 at different mobs. That means that until any player loses, it's going to continue spawning hard mobs that are going to be like very OP. To make you an idea, the max level minion, apart from the final one, it's going to have 120 of life, but the final one, the one that works for the sudden death, is going to have 1020 to 1200 of life, okay? And it's going to be more faster. So that means that the players are going to lose because they cannot handle that much amount of minions. So the winner is going to have to be the player or the team that has more lives until the end of the game, okay? So let me show you here very quickly the setup for this last creature. This is going to be the last creature that is going to be the Immortal. As you see, it's going to have a lot of life and a lot of speed. And there's nothing that the players can do to stop this one, okay? And let me show you the wave setup for this one, okay? It's very easy. As you see, I set up the remaining mobs. Let's do it more even. You can set up like 1999. Okay, so that means that it's going to spawn mobs until the game ends. The round needs to be the final one, okay? So in my case, I have 14 rounds. The last one is going to be for this. The monster number 1 is going to be that one. The monster number 2 is going to be that one. But very important, guys, the difference is that I sent like a chat information that says sudden death. I make a specific sound here. Probably you will be able to hear it. That's the sound that indicates the players that the game is about to end. And also I send to every player a text message, that the one that appears in the main screen from them, like a floating message that says sudden death 2. With that, the players are going to know that that is the last level, okay? So it's very important to design that. For that, those that are that find out that my system has some fails, I'm going to teach you also how to solve this, okay? So to solve the path and make it easier, first we are going to start by fixing some errors that you are going to probably have here, okay? So first one, we have here an empty space. Probably your mobs can be or can get in this point. As an example, if you have a fragment tower, in my case, a fragment tower push the mobs away and probably they are going to get stuck on here. How you can solve it? You can use the same sign here and you can just redirect the mobs here again. That means if a mob actually gets on here, you will be able to send them back to the main part, so they will be able to get again here, okay? So also, in some specific cases, they are getting stuck here in the borders. So what you have to do it's just redirect them. Like with 3 is going to be enough signs for them to go back to the way. So just hit 3 of them like in this way, okay? Or let's do a 4th, and in case they get stuck here, let's play 2 of this. So that means that for some reason the mob get stuck in here, the paths are going to send them right here. And you can do just that on all the corners to be sure that it's going to work, okay? You're sending all the mobs back to the main way, okay? Right here we can do the same here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or yeah, like this. And you can repeat in both teams the same thing, okay? As you see, it's a quick and fix that is going to work for all the maps. With that, you're going to be sure that the mobs are not going to get stuck, okay? And as you see, it's simple to do. You don't have to do or worry that much for that one. Once more, we are going to do it right here. We are going to do 3 of them, and 1 and 2 here. And at the end, we are going to do the same, okay? So once you complete these sides, remember that you need to complete the other one, okay guys? Very important, because with that we are going to start, okay? Alright guys, so now that we have this part covered, and also I teach you how to do the wave system, we can start to take the time for doing another things that are going to be very important, guys, okay? So differential, remember that my differential is that always I want to show you some more advanced things, okay guys? This is going to be the normal things until the moment we learn some basic scripts, we learn some basic triggers that I know that triggers is very common, but now I want to teach you a couple of things more, okay? So let me switch to the presentation back here. Alright, now we are going to start to teach you a Minion operating system, okay? So guys, this one is not yet like added into my map, so I'm going to teach you from zero how you can do an operating system. So guys, imagine, or let's do this. We are going to do a method that the players can get here, and I left a space for this. On here we are going to create another store in which players will be able to add upgrades. And how the upgrades are going to work. As an example, you can get some extra speed for your minions for the next round. That means that your minions, the minions from your team, are going to attack the team faster. So as an example, if a level minion one takes like 2 minutes to get into the end, you can get an upgrade that is going to be permanent. So the next minions are going to have like more speed, so probably they are not going to take 1 minute, they are going to take 50 seconds, and if you still upgrade for the next level, they are going to take 40 seconds, sorry, and like that until you get like a max amount of human, okay? So first thing that we need to do to create that, to actually create this specific operating system, is that we need to create first like the store that yourselves the operates, okay guys? So let me start here and let me read you in the comments also. Okay, not a problem. Bye Sedi, and remember that you are welcome back anytime that you want it, and you can check the video later to complete or complement the other MiniCamp class, okay? And I'm glad to know that you are assisting to do classes. That means that you want to learn a lot, okay? So guys, what we are going to do to solve this, okay? What we are going to do is that first we are going to create a store. So first, to create a store, we are going to hit here on the plugin on the top. That means that it's going to be the plugin editor. We are going to create a new creature that is going to be our store. Okay? So we are going to hit add. We are going to add a new one, and we are going to create one first from zero. Okay, Noe, I see that you're from the Spanish class. I'm going to switch just 1 second to Spanish. So, Noé, esta es la clase en inglés. Recuerda que puedes asistir a la clase de español que va a ser en la tarde. Entonces no has llegado tarde y en la tarde vas a aprender un poquito más, ¿ok? Entonces, nada, recuerda que en la clase de la tarde vas a entender mejor. Entonces no te preocupes, 6 p.m. hora México, 6 p.m. hora Colombia, 6 p.m. hora Perú. Entonces para que lo recuerdes, ¿ok? Switching back to English, guys. So what we are going to do is create this store again from zero. We are going to add a new store. You are going to give a name to your store, okay? So let's hit here to see what we are going to do. And let's place the name. the store name is going to be upgrade, or yeah, Minion upgrade. Okay, and what you are going to have here, or upgrade store, yeah, let's say Minion upgrade. Okay, so the description is going to be the next one. Buy or bought here. Here, upgrades for your mobs. Okay, now on here you can also just hit on the eye to make the players know what your minion is going to do. It's going to be easier, it's not going to be like a description for it. Now we need to choose a model. Remember that you can choose whatever model you have. I already have those two, so I'm going to select this one. I really like how this one looks. Now we are going to select the kind of creature. You are going to select monster. You are going to select the amount of life. Attack needs to be 0. Very important, movable needs to be completely off. On battle, you are going to select attack range 0, and the view you are going to reduce to 2 blocks, okay? Attack needs to be completely off, and in advance, we are going to keep this behavior that is going to make the players look. But more important, in interaction, we are going to add a new interactive, we are going to create a new shop, and we are going to create a store name, okay? So the store name is going to be upgrade store, or most important, Minion upgrade store, okay, or upgrades. And in the description, get here extra stat bonus for your minions, okay? Now we are going to start to set up the products. We're going to just add a basic one as we don't have the items yet. It's just to be able to save the store. And then we are going to save it and we are going to add it to your map. Okay, be sure that you have it. Sometimes what happens is that you are not going to see it. That is right here, it's Minion stored, okay? Okay, so let's enter to the map here. And remember, always after you create something, you need to re-enter to the map to be sure that it's going to work. On here, you need to search on developer for the plugin that you just created, that is going to be this one. And we are going to add the store first into the game, okay? So, we are going to use this space to add that minion. If you do something like this, that is using just like the half staff blocks, probably you won't be able to add it directly, so probably you have to do this. That is going to be to add a block, and over that block add the minion, and then destroy this part. And now we have our mob added into the red team. Remember to do the same for the blue team, so the both players are going to have like the same conditions. You're going to delete this one, and of course we can add it right here, just right next to this one. So we can add it right here, so you are going to have two mobs here. Let me do this. Okay, I get stuck with them, alright. And also you are going to do the same here. So players are going to have also this option to upgrade these mobs right here. Alright, so we have the two mobs right here in the center and in the end. So now we can continue with the next part to create our upgrades. Okay, so how you can create an upgrade for your minions. That's very easy, guys. So what we are going to do is that we are create a new trigger set, and you're going to need some specific things for this, okay? Let me show you here. I'm going to just close here all of those. And let me switch to the presentation. And here. So, what we are going to do first is we are going to require the store. Then we are going to require the item prop. And after we have those two things, we can create the triggers, okay? This is going to be composed by two triggers. The first trigger is upgrade get item. As an example, you set speed upgrade get item. And that's going to be executed when the player gets an item. And what it's going to do is to add like the new upgrade. And the upgrade exe is the one that is going to provide the upgrade for all your mobs and also for the mobs that are already into the map. Because remember, The upgrade needs to be added to the maps, to the mobs that are already working or moving around. And the second is going to be added to the new mobs, okay? So we are going to also need here a value, a variable. This is going to be for each one of the upgrades. As an example, if you have the speed upgrade, you are at here before the upgrade starts, you are going to set a speed, okay? So how it's going to work first? Let me, instead of this, of the trigger system, I'm going to create first the object, so you will have all information clear before start, okay? So once more, you are going to access here, then you are going to access to props. In props, you are going to add, and you are going to create a new like item from zero. The item that you are going to add is going to be misc. And on here you are going to select actually as like an icon for it. Remember that you can personalize the icon. For this, I'm going to select this one that says New Year. Okay, so let's do this. As I'm going to use this one, the first upgrade is going to be speed. So upgrade speed. Okay. And here I'm going to select the number, okay? Plus how much speed? Let's use like 5, no, yeah, like 5 of speed, okay? So it's not going to be that much for them. Each level is going to add more speed. Then we are going to give it a name to it, or a color. Remember guys, to use colors, that's very important. Okay? Now we are going to do a description for what it does. This will increase the speed for your minions on 5, okay? What we are going to do is we are going to highlight some parts. So we are going to select speed and we are going to highlight it as green. As you're going to see, it's going to be easier to read, guys. And then you're going to select minions, again in green. So it's going to look like this. This will increase the speed of your minions in 5. Oh, okay, on here. Here is in 5 or on. I'm not sure, I think it's in. Okay, so in 5, all right? Now that I have here this setup, we are going to just keep it like it is. On here, of course, you can add 99 or more, okay? So save here and add this one to your map, okay? So we have an object. Don't confuse with this one because this is another one, but this one is going to be the actual upgrade, okay? Now that we have the upgrade, as always, to be able to use it, you need to enter to the game. Remember, always you need to enter to the game to be able to use the new I forgot the name, the new plugins for it. Now you're going to select scripts again, and we are going to create a new like folder that is going to be named as a Minion upgrades. And what you are going to do? First, you are going to create a new one. You are going to rename it as upgrade speed. Upgrade. Then the name of the upgrade, speed, and then add, okay? Or yeah, get it or whatever you want it, okay? So let's start with the condition. The condition is going to be player, and the condition is going to be obtain a prop. Remember, obtain a prop is when he gets the item, okay? The condition here is going to be the item actually. So the item type is going to be the item type that we just created. So add item type, determine item type, and then select item type, template, and you're going to see that new item in custom. And it should be right here. If you hit the item, is going to tell you which one is it. It's this one that says upgrade speed +5. Now, first thing that we are going to do, we are going to remove the item from the player. So just hit player. On here, we are going to remove the item. The item, it's going to be 1. And the item type is going to be the item type in event, okay? Now, we are going to start sending a message to the other players. So for all the players, we are going to send a chat message that says for all the players. So for all players, select function and all players, and the message is going to say two things. First, we are going to select function and we are going to select string concatenation. String concatenation lets you connect two different texts. The first one is going to be the name of the player and the second one the text, okay? So Sophie, welcome. I see that your name is Call Me Sophie, so I know that your name is going to be Sophie. So welcome, Sophie. In character screen, we are going to select function, player, and player name. With that is going to have the player nickname. And in input, you always are going to left at the beginning a space, as you see here, and you are going to tell what the item does. So what I'm going to do is the next one. I left the space, and then I'm going to set upgrades his or her minion speed by 5. Okay? And we are going to highlight some parts. So we are going to highlight this one that says the upgrade that we just made. Yeah, I'm from Colombia, Latin America, Sophie. In the other side of the country, probably, because I know most of you guys are coming from Asia. So right here, we already have the string concatenation. Very important. I'm going to switch to this screen because I want you to check better a little bit how it works, okay? So right now we have the string concatenation, okay guys? So now, very important, we already have this, we already removed the item, okay? We also send a chat to the team. Now we are going to send a text message to the player. So the player actually will know that this system works. So what we are going to do? We are going to select and we are going to say upgrades or minion upgrade success, okay? And with this, the player also will know that the minion has been upgraded. Now, as always, we are going to make a sound effect. With this, the player will know that the actual system works. So the sound effect, you can select template library, and in Mark you have like different sounds. Like this one, you can use the upgrades for this one. And finally, we are going to start. This part is just like the to me part about the item and what it's going to do. Now we are going to add the actual effect, okay? So this is going to be just setting up the effect. What we are going to do is to create another trigger to actually do the effect, okay? So we are going to rename it, and the name of the trigger is going to be upgrade speed, and here we are going to add mob. That means that this is the trigger that actually is going to execute everything. We are going to hit a new event and we are going to create a creature, okay? Or do the effect for the creature when the creature is being created. Very important, guys. So here we are going to do a specific trick to know if the creature is a tower or a mob, okay? I see, so you are from Indonesia, so welcome. I see that also probably you are assisting to the Queen class. So yeah, you're welcome also here, and feel free to do some questions, Sophie. Also, Mar, hello, I forgot to say hi. Also, Roseanne, sorry, I didn't check the comments, but I see that Canberra, Roseanne, and Numeri also had been access to here, so welcome to the class. Okay, so what we are going to do now, how you can notice if a mob is actually a creature or not. Remember that our towers cannot move. So that means that the mobs actually can move. So we can use that to know which one is which without doing any other process. So determine creature setting, you are going to hit it. And on here you have the first one that says movable. So if the creature can move, we can execute this one, okay? And what you're going to do, apart from this, is just a simple thing. What you are going to do here is, on the creature, okay, we are going to modify the attribute settings, okay? On here you have a lot of things, but remember that the one that we are going to do is this movement speed, okay? So the movement speed needs to be upgrade to the amount that the creatures already have, plus the upgrade that we are going to provide to that one. So we are going to use function, we are going to use math and numerical calculation. What is going to do numerical calculation, guys? As always, numerical calculation is going to take a value that is going to be the actual movement speed of the creature, and it's going to add more speed. So in function library, we are going to select creature attribute. We are going to select in creature in event, and the creature attribute that we need to select once more is movement speed, okay? And then we are going to hit that, and we are going to add a value. So for this, we are going to create a new variable that is going to be upgrade speed, okay? Upgrade speed. So as an example, if apart from the one that I'm showing you right now as an example, you want to add a life upgrade, you just change here the upgrade to life, okay? So remember that this is going to handle the team speed, okay? So very important, guys. For now, I'm going to teach you how it's going to work for all the teams, and later I'm going to teach you how to do it for each team. But I just want you to have like a general impression about how it's work, okay? So once more, we have it right here, okay? So we are going to add the value, and the value it's going to be here. Once more, the upgrade speed, okay? Because we are just taking the speed, and that's it. Now your mob is going to actually have like this specific extra speed, okay? So imagine also you are going to have a as an example. Let me copy this before starting. But imagine that also you are going to upgrade the max life and the life, okay? So you also can do that, okay? How you are going to do it? In the same script. Remember, we are going to just use one script for the upgrades and just another for send the upgrades, okay? So you just copy here and modify the numbers. So instead of playing movement speed here, you can add, as an example, max HP, and on here you are going to select the different variable that you just created, that in this case is going to be upgrade life, okay? And as an example, you can have as much as you want it. Very important, guys, to know that a mob has been added by this. You can add also some specific things. You can make the creature do some specific things. As an example, you can make the creature do like something like, I don't know, like saying hi, or do an emoticon. That is going to be very cool. So you can add an emoticon here. And the emoji, you can use a mob one or a general action, and you can use like when they actually get like the upgrade, they are going to jump. That's simple, okay? All right, so now we have this information. Very important, guys. As you find out, we need to execute this here, okay? So what you are going to do is you are going to add a new one, a new trigger. You are going to select creature, and on creature you have like in creature group you have something that says operate trigger set on creature set, okay? So you are going to operate the trigger. The trigger is the one that we just created, that is going to be upgrade speed mob, add or mob. The creature set is going to be function. You are going to select all creatures in team, and then you are going to select the team. Of course, it's going to be the team of the player, okay? So for select the creatures in the team, select function library, player, and player team. And player team is going to be the players in trigger event. Check the conditions. As always, we are going to set true. And that's it. With this, we are going to have the upgrades. But more important, guys, right now, as we left something, that is that we are executing the trigger, but we are not changing something important, that is the amount of the upgrade. So we are going to do a sign here. We are going to select value, and in value we are going to select the variable that we create, okay? So upgrade speed is going to be the basics. Function, we need to select math library, numeric calculation, and you are going to have this, set upgrade as numerical calculation. First value is going to be the variable, that is going to be the speed, and how much speed we are going to add. So remember, the item is going to add 5 of speed. Well, we are going to, just to show you, we are going to increase 1000 of speed, so you will be able to notice the difference in the example. Be sure, very important, that this is going to be over this, okay? Over the last one that executes the other trigger. So just rearrange and put it right here, okay? Now, very important, guys, let me show you here. Okay, yeah, we left something, and it's that we left the item, okay? So I'm going to put the item here so you will be able to notice. Just by now, I'm going to break this, so you will be able to cross the other side. Of course, in the final game, you need to be sure that the players are not going to cross. Now, we are going to add the new plugin, okay? The plugin is going to be right here. Remember, that is going to be the upgrades. Let's add some of them. Let's add some upgrades here. And we are going to add 1, we are going to add 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever number we have, okay? And now we are going to play, okay? It's going to take some time to spawn the other mobs, but I just want to show you the difference. So now I will be able to move around. Let me check here. We have the items here. So we have to wait, and I will be able to say, Hi, Joseph, how are you? Welcome to the class. I see that you are assisting from long time. But yeah, so Joseph, I don't know if you speak Spanish, because it seems that your name is in English. So if you only speak English, you can assist to this class. But also we have a class on Spanish. The class is going to be at 6 p.m. actually in Colombia, Mexico, and Peruvian time, okay? So just to let you know. Okay, so in 16 seconds we are going to be able to see the mobs, and you're going to see the difference when I bought the upgrade and the normal one. Just a second, we are waiting a little bit more. Alright, so they are going to start spawning, they are coming, and as you see here, the speed is going to be that much. It's going to be a lot more than the one that we have by default, because we add the upgrade, okay? So let me show you what happens if I get another one. As you see, I get more, and I get more, and now the mobs are going to be very faster. And of course, they're like that much faster because I'm adding a lot of speed each level, also in my side. And if you see, there's going to be a big difference here, and it's that the mobs are going to have the same speed on both teams. So we are going to change that, but I wanted to show you just the difference, okay? So now we will be able to change this and do it a little bit more accurate, okay? So you are going to change the name for upgrade speed mob, and you are going to do this one, okay? We are going to set upgrades mobs, or upgrade mobs. It's going to be better, and it's going to sound better. And here we are going to use red team, okay? Now, what we are going to do is that we are going to copy just this, and we are going to paste it right here again, but we are going to change the name for this one, and it's going to be for the blue team, okay? Alright, and here you are going to add 2 different things, okay? So this one is just adding the speed to the team, okay? To the player team. But what we are going to do is that we are going to change this by teams, okay? So how you can do this, okay? So we are going to change something, okay? So on here, on the one of the first scripts that we create, we have like these normal values, okay? Remember that we have like the setup for the tower, for the spawn block, and the area. We are going to add a new one, okay? For each team, okay? So for the red team, we are going to add here, assign a new variable. We are going to change the player group here. Let me change this. Just a second. I think we will be able to use this, but I'm not sure. Remember that this is a completely new feature that we are going to add, guys. Hello, Kenzie, welcome back. Let's see if this works, okay? Team. Okay, and we are going to say team 1. Let's see if this works. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I hope so. But let's see if it's going to work, okay? So, let's see here. Okay, let's check this, because just give me a second here. I'm just thinking because we have to create this system from 0. But let's do this, okay? Okay, no, I found out actually what's going to be easier, okay? So, okay, to minions. The numeric calculation is going to be, okay. Yeah, we need to personalize this, okay? So, where it says upgrade speed, you are going to use variable library, and we need to change this, okay? So in variable library, in value, the one that says upgrade speed needs to be by the 2 teams. So upgrade speed, you need to change it to team 1, okay? We are going to split just this into teams. You're going to copy, and the new variable is going to be just the same, okay? Okay, I create more than the supposed that I have to create, but we are going to do it, and we are going to set upgrade again, speed, team number 2. With this, we are going to have 2 different variables, okay? So first, very important, on here, we are going to upgrade the speed, but just by the team 2, okay? So the condition here is going to be player group, or the player. And on here we need to determine which player team is it. So the team is going to be here. We need to select a red team. So with this we are going to be sure that this team is for the players. Select players in trigger event here also. And now we are going to change this. The information is just going to be the same. But on here, upgrade speed team 1 needs to be team 1, okay? And we are going to add again, just this time we are going to add just a lazy number, as you already see how it works. Okay, and now we are going to just keep the same, but in this case, as we already have the speed here, so we are going to create 2 different triggers. The first one here needs to be executed just in the team number bit. So it's going to be the same. You are going to add here player. Okay, no, of course it's going to work fine. So creature in event speed movement, we need to be once more to the team 1. We are going to add that specific script, okay? Now for the second team, we are going to change that, okay? So remember this one, we split it into teams, so we need to change the name, so team 1, okay? Once we have this, we are going to copy this one, we are going to paste it, and we are going to do the blue team, okay? Rename it, okay, no, it's not this one, it's going to be this one, okay? As team number 2, of course, it's going to be better to have this rearranged in the same location of the other one to avoid confusions, okay? So select continue, and you have the both of them. So now we are going to change here to the team number 2. So it's going to be the same trigger, but we are going to just change the team. And on here also it's going to be the same trigger, but very important guys, where it says here upgrade team 1, you are going to change it to upgrade team number 2. And the numeric calculation here also is going to use team number 2. Okay, and finally here where it says upgrade red team, we are going to change it to the other team. Remember, the other team is going to be the team blue that we just set up. All the creatures in the player, it's going to keep it like it is, so you don't have to change more things like that. And in the blue team, the only thing that we need to do is just add the same. Okay, so as these triggers are already executed, we don't have to worry here. for changing that, because it's going to be only executed by this one, okay? But very important, guys. Also, we have two different things here. So remember that the upgrade is going to be added when you buy the item, or also is going to be added when the mob is going to be created. So we need to be sure that the team it's going to be also the same, okay? So how you can do that? You need to be sure that the speed is going to be changed, okay? So, oh, I was forgetting this. Also for this team, be sure that here you add this upgrade team speed, but the number 2, okay? The team 2. Remember that we split this variable into different teams. But now that you have this, what you have to do is that you have to add a new one that says creature, okay? And in creature, you have to determine the creature team. The creature team is going to be for the first one is going to be, of course, red team. Okay, here be sure that creature is also set up as creature in the event. Okay, and you are going to copy and paste this. Okay, once more we have to scroll down. I don't know why I get these messages all the time, but let's see. Minions, YeyoCore. We have to scroll down until the end, until the last of your scripts. Of course, I have a lot because I have a couple of more of scripts, but you will be able to find this, and you are going to copy in the red team. So for the blue team, we are going to change this again for the blue team, and we only left one part, guys, and it's very important, guys. Okay, on here, on the one that executes the second trigger, we are going to change the last part that says true to false, okay? In the vote, okay? So in upgrade system at 1 and in upgrade team 2, okay? You are going to select this as false, okay? So with this, we are going to be sure that you can execute this trigger for both of teams, okay? Once more, I'm going to change the speed very fast or very high because I want to show you the difference, okay? Once more, we are going to add 500 of speed, okay? And we are going to switch to play modes. Okay, guys? So I'm right here. I'm going to buy a mob here, so you will be able to see minions. Let's use the basics. Let's get like 5 different minions. Okay, so the minions are going to spawn in the other team. And while we wait for the minions to spawn, oh, sorry, it's at this side. Okay, so you are going to see the minions on there. If I get more upgrades, as you see, they are going to get faster. Now check the difference. As you see at this corner, they are going to be very faster. Of course, your game is not going to have that much speed. Is the only thing that I did was just increasing the speed a little bit, because you know I want to show you the difference. But of course, when the minions spawn, they are not going to have that much speed here. Let me see. Yeah, are going to see. Yeah, of course, these new are going to have that much speed. As you see, they are going to be very fast. And if I get more of them, if I get more of these items, let me show you again. They are going to get more and more faster until they get like really mad speed, okay? So as you see, this changes, but this thing is going to have the normal speed. As you see, these mobs are going to have extra speed because we get only the upgrade for one of the teams, but the other team, the enemy team, is going to have just the same speed, okay, guys? And that is very important. With this, we learned how to do a basic upgrade system. Of course, we are going to change the values to the normal values here, okay? So the normal value, remember, I'm going to add by 5 the speed, okay? That's going to be much less. So that means that your minions are going to get some extra speed. So we left one part here, guys. And the part that we left is that our store is not selling that specific upgrade. So just go to creatures and select the creature that we just create, okay? So remember that we create the start with this one, the minion upgrade. So now on the minion upgrade, we are going to go to interaction, we are going to edit our start, and we are going to delete the item that we just had. We're going to add a new one. And of these guys, and I think that you now can see me again because I don't need the full screen right now again. So on this one, you are going to select the upgrade item that we just made. And on here, we are going to remove everything and we're just going to add some price in coins, okay? So the coin price for this one, for the upgrade, is going to be 15, okay? And very important, guys, the remaining purchase is going to be 1. So you only can get one of these like extra upgrades per each wave. So we are going, this is going to be very slow. We don't want the players to add upgrades all the time. So they have to take some time to add it. So we are going to select 60 seconds. 60 seconds, 80 seconds, let's say, the players can add a new upgrade. With that, you are going to increase the speed a little bit each game. So let's do 60 seconds is going to be enough for me. Save, and be sure that you enter to the game again. And as you see, these mobs now sends ourselves the upgrade, okay? So guys, on this part, you already know the extra system. We already finished all the process for all the lessons, but you know an extra thing. You know this thing that is going to be the part about creating an upgrade system that works. Now, if I copy this and paste it into the map instead of the other one that I copied before, so I'm going to just delete it and paste it. And once again, guys, we are going to play it. And let me show you this, guys. As you see, now on here, it's telling me the number ID for your item. So for those that are having problems or that were having like problems with this, now you know how to get the item ID. Just copy and paste this into your system. With this, you are going to know for the next time how to get the UID. Okay, guys? So we solved a problem. I was just want to show you that because I see that in cell phone you cannot get the item ID. And that was just like the showing you how it works, guys, okay? As I know that you want to learn a lot, in the description you are going to find this website that is going to be my GitHub, okay? In the GitHub site, you will be able to find all the codes that I have for you guys. So once more, on here, I also let you this specific code, okay? So on here, you are going to see that says get item ID. Let me change here. And if you see here, it's the same code, you just can copy and paste it into your map. So in case you don't want to do the script by yourself, you can also copy and paste that one off. And yeah, in phone is going to be hard, but you also can copy this. You can see, so yeah, you will know that code for sure. And with that also you can know the item ID. Very important, guys. Probably in multiplayer you don't want that to be executed. So to avoid that to be executed, just take out the mark. And with that, you will be able to play game normally with no that script, okay? Deactivate and deactivate the script. So guys, that will be the last thing that I want to show you before the next class. So that will be it for now, guys. As always, we are going to take some time after the class to play together